Hey, Betsy.
This is she.
Yeah, hey, Betsy. My name is Henry. I'm a local investor here in town. I was just giving you a call about your building on Fifth Street in Jersey City. I just sold one of my properties and I'm going through a 1031 exchange, and I was just curious if you might consider selling your property.
No, I'm not interested in selling.
Okay. I mean, even if you got a crazy, ridiculous number.
Well, you have my number. You can text me a ridiculous number if you'd like, and then I look at it and tell you if I change my mind.
Okay. Just to be super clear, just because I mean, I've driven by the property probably a couple dozen times just because I'm always there. But I'm curious, how many units was this one again? Or how many units do you have there on Fifth Street?
It's a 7-family.
A 7-family. Okay. And then are they all?
I'm guessing that income and all that. And again,
I don't need you to. I don't need you to give me the income.
I'm just saying that that's irrelevant because they probably make it as high as the other buildings, and which is what I would do if I felt the urge is renovate it, and then I could do whatever I wanted with it with terms of rents and everything. But I'm happy with it the way it is presently.
That's fine.
I've owned it for about 25 years or more.
That's great.
And myself and my family own about 40, 50 properties in Jersey City. So, familiar with all of it. So as not to be, sound like I'm pulling your chain. You called me. You told me if you send me a ridiculous offer, send me a ridiculous offer, and I will be in touch with you.
Okay. What's the best email that I can send the offer to if I put something in writing? Yeah, well, look, whatever you tell me, whatever's easy. I mean, like if you want me just to put it in a text format, I don't know if that is ideal, but whatever works for you, Betsy. I'll do anything you want. You said at Gmail. Okay, wonderful. And then is it again, this one's a 7-family. The only question I have for this unit specifically, are they majority 2 bedrooms, or are they mixed, or how's it set up?
2 bedroom, there's 1 bedroom, there's a 3 bedroom, they're all mixed.
They're all mixed. Okay. Look, Betsy, I'm going to do my best to try to see if I can get you something in writing, hopefully as soon as possible. I just got to call my bank and see where we can lend up to. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good, Betsy.
Have a good day.
You as well. Take care.
Bye.
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 All right. So one thing that happens a lot is you get these calls. You're like, oh, this could be a dream client. This woman's got 40, 50 properties. If I can get her to sell everything, then it's going to be, unbelievable, blah, 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 blah. Right. I want to share with you, though, what's important to know is, with these types of individuals, you're going to prove yourself on one, and then they're going to give you an opportunity on another, right? Like, it's not like you're going to get a portfolio of 40 properties off the bat, because they probably know much bigger investors than whoever than you pretending, not pretending, but like you acting as an investor. So just keep that in mind, that like my best advice for these types of deals is like, okay, well, let's focus on this one. Let's see if let me show you that I can perform. And then let me show you that I can perform on 40 deals, but they're probably not gonna sell 50 properties right now. That's just, the odds of them going from not wanting to sell one to wanting to sell 50 or whatever amount of properties they have is rare. You understand? So I try to go one at a time. Homes, 50, I'm taking those properties in GC. Okay. On the next. And remember, guys, I like to have my I like to have like a little piece of paper here next to me where I have my goals every single day.
Forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Again, I want to find 3 great deals a day. I want to submit, write up a contract a day. And try to set 1 appointment a day. Meet 1 new investor a day. Keep it simple, right? Because you want to focus on things that will actually drive dollars in your pocket.
You pick 397.
So it's like if you're not generating 3 new leads, 1 to 3 new leads a day, if you're not writing up a contract a day, if you're not setting an appointment a day, if you're not conducting an appointment a day, like you are going to have difficulty making money consistently in this business. All right. So write down your notes, write down your goals every single day. I don't care if it's on a post-it or on a piece of paper, but I like to just keep it simple, right? Like I don't care if you don't send out like hypothetically, oh, I didn't get back to that I didn't send an email today, or if I didn't go and I didn't post to social media. Hey, Frank.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I'm sorry. I was looking for Frank, please. Frank and Brown. I might have the wrong number. Sorry about that. Not a big deal.
You reached 732.
So just anyways, keep in mind like the minimum metrics to actually drive dollars in your pocket. Again, you might not post on social media today. You might not go to a networking event today. You might not send emails today. You might not, like all these other things are like, sure, you could do it, but like, do they actually make you money?
Phone is protected by no more. To prove you're not a robocaller, please enter the number. Again, please enter the number. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Please try your call again or go to
They say it like so weird. I was 40, not 14. Screw that one up.
Hi, this is Scott Madison. Leave a
And remember, during your calling sessions. Hey, Ron.
Hello, Parks Road Funeral Home.
I'm sorry, I have the wrong number. My apology.
No problem.
I'm just not in the mood of calling funeral homes. They're on this list. They have never worked out for me. I just have no interest.
Hello, we are not available now.
So one thing to consider, remember, when you're making your calls, never answer the phone. If you're getting an inbound call, you don't answer the phone. It is just for prospecting. Hey, I'm busy. It's just like you're on a listing appointment. I'm not answering a call right now.
To an automatic voice message system.
Realistically, the only time I'd ever answer an incoming call is if I'm doing my calls and I know like a great lead that I just followed, like only specifically during follow-up times, right? Like I followed up with somebody, John Smith, who's a really hot seller, and then like 10 seconds later, they call me back. Right? Like if that John the seller, who I'm like during my follow-up 30-minute session where I'm blocking off time and I'm just making calls, and then John calls me back, I'm probably gonna answer that, right? Because I'm trying to get him on the phone. But other than like if I'm just straight prospecting, like I'm cold calling right now, I'm not answering anybody. Right? I'm not answering my mom. I'm not answering my team. I'm not answering anybody. Hi, Suzanne.
Hello?
Sounds like she's gotten a lot of calls. Showing up on me. Not answering my fiance unless she calls me 4 times in a row. Then then I might have to pick up the phone and call her.
Oh, this is 447-271.
To an automatic voice message system. 21834.
And if you're not prospecting ready, let's hit the phones. Let's hit the phones. So again, cold calling for me, I'm cold calling commercial investment properties. I filter in a couple other extra motivations in there. And hey, Casey,
Oh, it's not here.
I'm sorry. Is there a better time I should give a call back?
Who's calling?
My name is Henry. I was calling about the property on Route 23, please.
Yeah, but, right now he's not here, so,
Okay, I'll call back a little later.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So again, I like to use Mojo Dialer for those of you who are new. I like to use Mojo Dialer. I take all my lists. Yeah, Ismail.
Sorry?
I'm looking for the property owner. Sorry, I'm looking for the property owner of 311 Grove Street.
Can I help you?
Yeah, my name is Henry. I'm a local investor here in town, and I just sold one of my properties, and I'm going through a 1031. And I was just curious if you might consider selling your property.
No, we haven't rented out right now.
Oh, that's
All
great.
right,
Yeah,
thank you.
understood. Thanks so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye now. Yeah, hello.
Again, press any key.
Yeah, didn't think it was a good number. Didn't sound like a good number.
I'm sorry, I'm not available to take your phone call right now, but I'll.
You're gonna hear me like whenever you hear the number go down, I basically am dropping a voicemail message.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, Francis.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking for the property on 408 Summit Avenue in Jersey City.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Frank. My name is Henry. I'm a local investor here in town. I actually just sold one of my properties, and I'm going through a 1031. So I'm cutting it close, but I'm looking for another option where I can move my money through a 1031 option. So I was just curious if you might consider selling your property. Okay. Do you happen to have some type of number in mind that you'd at least consider to see if I'm in under the ballpark? Okay. 5 million. Okay, hold on one second. I'm just pulling up some details there. Okay, and is this the only property in town that you own, or you have anything else you might consider selling?
Only one.
Only one. Okay, and then do you? I'm just to be clear. It looks like you also occupy the building. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Okay, and would you be looking to stay? Because I'm not looking to occupy anything. I'm just looking for a straight investment where I could just hold something long term. Okay, and then okay, cool. And then how much of the building do you occupy? Okay,
Please.
you lease half. Okay, great. That's great. Okay. And then I know that there's obviously a lot of parking around there. Have you ever gone for like try to develop the property, or is this just something that you've held on long term just as an office?
I've owned the property since '79.
Oh wow. Well, so I know that I'm calling you out of the blue.
My law, serves my law office.
I understand. I understand that.
That's what it does.
Got it. Okay, so 5 million,
Tenant downstairs for $100,000 a year.
100 grand a year. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
So that's the part of it.
a 5-year lease. Okay. Yeah, the challenge is, obviously with these types of properties, only one of two ways work. Either that it's a return on an investment play, which it probably wouldn't be here given the price versus the income, or a development play, which maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Obviously, we'd have to see how many apartments we could possibly build and keep your office the way it is, and give you the ability to stay and see if you can do a mixed use space.
Right.
Got it. Have you ever gone to the township and talked about trying to convert it into something or no?
With whom?
Have you ever talked to the state, like the town, and talked about if you did a development there? What would you do?
No, developers have been contacting me,
I can imagine. Okay,
and that's how I put the number.
I understand. And listen, between you and I, and like, and again, you could be as clear as day. So
I'm all right. Just had to yell out the window.
all
So
good.
that's the idea.
I understand. So listen, last question for you. I mean, like, you know, I know you get these calls all the time. I mean, is it something that you're actually truly
Don't get a lot of them because I don't bother with them.
I understand.
But I'm in the car and you're filling up a little time until I get to my office.
Well, I appreciate that.
Developer who is interested in my property. That's how I came up with the number.
Got it. Yeah, because I'm basically I'm partnered with a couple of large developers in town as well. And we'll see. I mean, like obviously, like they're going to be able to tell me better than I can tell you if I, you know, depending on what I can put there. You know what I mean? You know,
Well, it's one thing with my property. They're gonna connect my property to the north of it.
do you know the owner there?
Okay? I do.
Do you think they would be open to selling as well?
The developers, they're not selling.
Oh, you're saying, oh, you're talking to the developers next to you who are looking at buying your
The
building.
developer owns about 400 feet to the north of my property.
Got it. Got
And
it.
the property is back 170.
Understood. So he's got a good parcel there and he's looking to see if you'd consider selling yours. So you're trying to sell your property to him for $5 million.
No, considering we're beyond the consideration phase.
Oh, it's great. He made you an offer.
I'm not in so many words, but the offer is they want my property.
I
They need
understand.
my property to complete their plan.
Got it. So
They're not buying one piece of property.
understood. So like, would you even consider it if I offered you in the, I mean, I don't know if I can get you 5 million, but would you even consider it if I paid, you know, paid a good price for it?
Well, if you gave me 5 million, I'd consider it. Because why would I take less than they will give me?
I understand. So I'm saying like they offered you 5 is what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking.
That's not talking in that letter. That's that number.
I understand.
That's the number that they're talking, and I'm talking in.
I understand.
They need my property to round
Good day,
out
guys.
their development.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Let me get,
50 feet by 170.
you said 50 by 170. Nice. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to get to work on this. This is your cell phone.
This is my cell phone. Your name again?
My name is Henry. I'll shoot you a text so you have my info and we'll keep in touch. Let's see if I can do something.
Whatever.
All righty.
The number is there.
Yeah. No worries.
Okay,
Sounds good. Thanks.
go on.
So then the question really is on those types of plays is how bad does the guy next door want it? Can I weasel my way into the deal?
Please leave your message for.
You know, can I call up the developer? You know, can I give this guy an offer of $5 million first right of first, you know, get him to lock it up at 5 million, then go to the guy next door and say, hey, I'll sell it to you for whatever. Hello?
Please leave your message for 7.
Not the right numbers. And sometimes you're just too late, you know, hey, they're basically in contract. Yikes. Fax machine. So, you know, look, I'll do my best to try to see if I can make any money there, but at the same time, it's like there's only so much that can happen. Hey, Claire?
Claire, please leave a message.
Well, that's Claire. Definitely going to save that. One. What else we got? If you guys have any questions, by the way, I always like to make sure that you know that you can always ask the questions you have. Just throw it in the chat. And we'll rock and roll.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, I'm sorry. I was looking for John, please.
You have the wrong number.
I'm sorry about that. Have a great day. Do you send them a text with your info immediately or after the session? Hey, Elizabeth.
Again, press any.
I recommend just doing it right away. Get it done.
Hi, this is Liz. Sorry to miss your call. Please leave a message.
And I recommend that, like, again, I take my notes. I book the appointment that goes in my calendar right away. And I'll shoot him a text. I'll do all that, but like beyond that, I'm not stopping and doing anything else. I want to just handle that, move on, handle it, move on. Because I feel like sometimes when you wait, if you're calling for 6 hours and all of a sudden like you forget, now you're not a man of your word or a woman of your word. I'm sorry, I was looking for the property owner. I'm sorry, I was looking for the property owner of 770 Community Fall Avenue.
Yep, wrong number.
Yeah, sorry. Have a good one.
Leave a message after the tone.
See if we can get one or two good leads today. Got two really rough leads. So let's see if we can get one great one. That's all I want. One good lead a day. Be nice.
Hello, we are not available now.
Hey, Mary? That is not Mary. Ooh. Hey, Dom?
You're unable to answer the.
Okay, also not Dom.
Mailed residence, please leave your name, telephone number, and
Was it like a split fax machine / voicemail? Never heard that before. Hey, Matt?
hello,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking for Matt's rally.
may I have who's calling?
Yeah, my name is Henry. I was calling about a property in Clinton Street, please.
Okay, Henry, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take your info because he's on the job site.
Okay.
What's your phone number?
908 216 65. Yep, 6532.
32. And he knows what this is in reference to?
I mean, yeah, we spoke a couple weeks ago, so I'm just following up. Yep.
Okay, great. So 908-216-6532.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
We were not speaking a few weeks ago, but that's just what I'm going to say. Listen, because what's going to happen is that she's going to make a decision on his behalf, like, oh, well, he's not going to want to talk to you or whatever. So.
Protected by no more robocalls. To prove you're
Try
not a
this again.
robocaller, please enter the number 10. Again,
That's
I'm
easy.
sorry, that's incorrect. Please
10?
try your call again or go to www.
I did 10. This is BS. Ugh, man. Had a rough night's sleep last night. We're going to kick some butt anyways. Hey, Tom?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hey, Tom, it's Henry again. I was calling you about the property on Gill Avenue. We spoke a couple weeks ago. How you doing?
Yeah, and I think my comment is take me off your list because I'm not selling my house. Okay.
The one
Phone
I,
call.
with you're
I
even
get
you're even
bombarded
talking.
by calls.
I remember you saying you were looking to
Yes,
sell
I
your
did.
house, but just to be clear, you had a separate property on
Hey,
Gill
real
Avenue.
quick, what did I say? Hold on, I'm in a backhoe at the moment, so hard to hear you. Say that again.
I understand you said you weren't looking to
What did I
sell
say?
your house, but I thought you had another property on Gill Avenue as well, is what I was calling you about.
Oh yeah, I'm not interested in selling anything really.
Got
Thank you though.
Okay, got it. I don't know if I
All
misheard
right.
you. No worries.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Anna.
Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
I think it says that he owns like 3 properties. So. Interesting. One of my sales guys wrote a note on the thing, so that's why I was going that route. But obviously chose the wrong route. I'll give him a call back in 90 days, and I'll pretend like we never talked to each other. I'll call him back maybe in 6 months. And it was interesting. I was thinking about something the other day, and it was just like, this industry is so interesting where it's like, okay, well, even if you sucked at scripting,
You reached 201.
even if you sucked at scripting, but if you spoke to more people than anybody, if you made more calls, you spoke to more people, you set up more appointments and conducted more appointments than any one of your competition, you'd probably make more money, regardless of how good of an agent you were, regardless of your experience, regardless of how many years you've been in the business, regardless of how many houses you sold or properties you sold. So I'm like, it's just interesting. I was talking to one of my sales guys who's getting a little bummed about a deal that blew up. Like, if you want to fix a problem, generate more opportunities. I get excited when a deal, if a deal blows up. Like, it sucks. It sucks like crazy, but I don't have the bit. It's like, when you have a massive pipeline, you're like, listen, I'm gonna have a percentage that falls off. Right? I'm just not gonna do every deal I put in a contract. Every deal you put in a contract isn't gonna work out.
23079.
And I'm not excited per se, I guess, but it's just part of it, right? But he said he had no plans of selling or buying. So what's interesting is like when you have a good conversation with somebody and they're not interested in selling or buying, what kind of good conversation are you having? Mike, 1 second.
Hello.
Yeah, hey Mike, it's Henry. I'm a local investor here in Greenbrook, and I was just giving you a call by on Route 22.
Who was that?
My name is Henry. I'm a local investor in town, and I was calling you about your building on Route 22. I just sold one of my properties, and you're not interested. All right. Thanks. Bye. Yeah, Lewis. You do your thing.
Hey Henry. Pretty much no. What I meant by a good conversation is that like overall the dude was cool. Like he gave me the time to talk or whatever. So a lot of the times I know it's kind of like keeping people talking. So he owns from what seemed like a pretty good house, like a house that will probably be between like 600,000, maybe 650.
Yep.
So I was just wondering, I was like, before I used to keep people like this. Now I like not so much, but I just wanted to get your opinion on like, should I add him to the CRM?
The problem is that if he doesn't like, like think about it. If he's not going to sell a property in the next 10 years, like how much time do you want to spend on this guy?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that
You got to ask questions like, if you did sell your property, where would you move to next? Well, I have no interest. Hey, Nick.
Who is this, please?
I'm sorry. My name is Henry. I was looking for Nick Carnivale.
What is this in reference to?
The property on Brunswick Pike.
Hold on a moment, please.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, Nick.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, Nick. My name is Henry. I'm a local investor here in town, and I was giving you a call about the property on Brunswick Pike because I just sold one of my properties nearby, and just curious if you might consider selling yours. I got to reinvest the money.
Well, which property?
I see you have a property on Brunswick Pike, but if you have another property in mind that you might consider selling, I'm definitely open to a conversation.
You mean at the rent place?
Possibly, yeah.
Or you want to buy my nursery? What do you want to buy?
Listen, I got to move quite a bit of money for a 1031 exchange. So if you have something you might consider selling, I am all ears, my friend.
Well, I can sell you the nursery, $3 million.
Hold on, I'm just pulling it up here. That's the one on Brunswick Pike, correct?
Yeah, my wife wants $4 million.
So, just to
But
be
you come out say it's a $3 million, you can have it.
okay, 3 million. Okay, and how many acres was that again?
It's about 13 or 14.
13 or 14 acres. All right, and you said you're looking for about 3 million.
Yeah, nothing less.
Nothing less. Okay, and is this the best phone number to reach you at?
Yeah,
Okay, hold on one second, my friend. Do you have an email in which I can send you a contract to if I was able to get you something in writing?
yeah, that's a Corner Valley.
You said email. Go ahead. I thought you were typing. All right. Hold on. I'm just taking notes. Okay, one second. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of research and I'm gonna get back to you shortly. Okay, Nick?
Okie dokie.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
How'd I do with my accent, guys? How'd I do? Do good? No. When you're speaking to an older Italian. Hey, Peter?
Hi,
Older Italian gentleman. I gotta speak a little slower and I gotta speak loud and with a little bit of a accent. It's a little hint of an accent. I gotta see what I can do with this property here. 13 acres, wants $3 million. Hey, Anthony.
hello? Hello?
Yeah, hey, Anthony, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, hey, Anthony. My name is Henry. I'm a local investor here in Jersey City, just like yourself. But I just sold one of my properties in town, and I need to move some money for a 1031. And I was just curious if you might consider selling your property.
no,
Not at all. Okay. I mean, are you open to buying something else in town, or are you completely off out of the
No.
game?
I'm off again.
Okay. Thanks so much, Anthony.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Bye,
Take care.
bye, bye.
So in the meantime, I'm just going to be looking up details of this property and see what happens. $13 acres. Is the weirdest thing.
Caller in. I can't take the call.
So anyways, just to finish up my statement, Lewis, if they're not motivated and they're not looking to do something, I would ask them questions that would give you a clearer time frame. And then based on their time frame that they're going to give you, that's when you decide if and when you're going to follow up with them. Because it's hard for me to just say never call them back. But like, because if you have all the information, they're like, look, I'm not selling for 10 more years, more likely when my kids are out of high school. Okay. Like then you're probably not going to add them to your CRM because I don't, I probably wouldn't do that. But if they're like, oh, well, look, I'm not looking to sell now, but actually I'm selling in probably 2 years because I got to wait till my kids are out of school. Yeah. Hey, Bruce.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, Bruce. My name is Henry. I'm a local investor here in Hoboken, just like yourself. And I just sold one of my buildings and I'm going through a 1031. So I was just reaching out to a few people here and seeing if you might consider selling your property.
No, not right now.
Not right now. Okay. I mean, when do you think you'd at least consider it? I mean, I'm sure if the number made sense. And he hung up. On the next. But yeah, it depends on their time frames, man. Like, and you got to get it super clear. But like, just because they're a super nice person, I could care less. If you're not looking to transact, I'm probably not gonna do something. There's too many people to follow up with. Information on this property is not available. Oh, I love when I see that.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, Frank.
Hello. Yeah, who's calling?
Yeah, hey, Frank. My name is Henry. I'm a local investor here in town, and I was giving you a call about your property on Garden Street. I just sold one of my buildings. What?
Yeah, no. Sorry. No, I don't want to go. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Let's keep it rocking, people. Let's keep it rocking.
Reached out to Dean Neely's phone. Please leave a message in.
Thank you for calling the office of Dr. Mark.
I remember that guy. I met him face to face, and he wanted a freaking fortune for his property. This guy's got 13 acres in the neighborhood.
Again, press any key to get.
42 minutes in, 76 dials, and I have 3 random leads. One's in a great, but 3 halfway decent, interesting, weird opportunities. We'll see what happens. Well, one good lead before we go. One good lead. Somebody who wants to sell a property for a good price, and it's an easy property. That's what I like the most.
Oh, we are not available now.
Dog like having a nightmare right now. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Okay, Lou. Right. Start shaking out of sleep. We're almost at 80 dials for the day. Not too shabby. Because when like people tell me like, oh, I made like 10 calls today. 10 calls. You can get on the dialer and call for 45 minutes and you have 79, 80 dials. I never hand dial ever again after I found out about Mojo. Never hand dial again.
650.
This is so weird that I only see partial of the zoning map. Yeah, so typically anytime I get a piece of land, okay. Next steps for land is simple. You go and find the zoning and you go and find what is allowed. Like actually permitted uses, not needs a variance. Like, oh, well, we could put this there, but you need a variance. All right, well, then it's not a permitted use. It means that it might be incredibly complicated to get that approved, even if you maybe you do, maybe you don't get it approved, right? I really don't know. Fine.
Hello, we are not available now.
Just ripping through dials. Let's go, baby. Oh, I want one good lead, baby. I want one good lead. That's all we want. Zoning in this is R2. Yikes. Okay, so now I got the zoning for this. It's 10 acres. We probably bought up a few other side parcels.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, Joe.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Joe. It's Henry again. I was calling you about your property on Route 440.
Yes. Are you Andy?
No, Henry. We met up a couple about a month ago or we were speaking about a month ago about your property on Route 440, and I was seeing if you were still open to selling the property.
Well, you want to meet with me?
I mean, sure. I mean, are you open to selling? You're open to selling the property still, right? Is that something you might consider?
Well, I don't talk about sales on the phone. I talk person to person.
Well, I'm saying you and I met. We were talking about the big parking lot in the back.
So when do you want to meet?
What I'm saying, all I'm saying is like, Joe, we met at the Dunkin' Donuts on 440. I met you, shook your hand. You showed me the property that the car dealership pays for.
Are you Andy?
No, Henry. I mean, obviously,
No, okay. So what date do you want to meet with me?
it might have to be towards the end of the month. I'm going to be away for a little bit, but all I'm saying is really quickly, I'll keep you on the phone for 10 seconds. Nothing crazy. I know you told me a number. I don't need to.
Call me 2 days before and we'll set up a meeting.
Okay. I mean, Joe, just to be super clear, you told me a number before, which I don't need to repeat over the phone. But what I'm saying is you told me a number before.
What is your name?
Henry.
What is your name? What's your name?
Henry, Henry.
Edward?
Henry.
Edward, okay, well, call me at the end of the month and we'll set up a meeting.
Okay, you got it, Joe. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You
Goodbye.
too. Goodbye. I'll mute my phone. Anyway, so this guy, I mean, hilarious, but he owns a 2-acre piece of land next to a strip center. Very strange piece of land. But he wants $18 million for this little tiny piece of land. $18 million. I think he's still in the house. Anyways, just thinking about here. Wants 18 million, follow up. All right, on the next. He thinks, you know, he's got this car dealership pays him. Doesn't even have any cars. They used to have a ton of cars on this piece of property. They don't anymore. And they're still paying them the rent, which is $80,000 a month. This guy gets paid $80,000 a month for a car dealership to not park cars on his lot. It's ridiculous.
Hola, no estamos disponibles ahora.
Unbelievable. I mean, $18 million sounds like a lot, but the problem is that like there's not a lot to do. I mean, like, and plus, like, okay, well, it brings in $1 million a year. It's like, you know, I don't know how long is that contract going to last. If they were to, you know, not pay anymore, who the hell is going to pay that kind of money? So you can't base it off of what they're currently paying. You have to actually buy it for the intrinsic value. Hey, Tom.
You might have a wrong number. Who are you calling?
Tom Newman.
Tom Newman. I'm sorry. He's at work. I'll give you another number.
Sure. Hold on one second. Let me just take. I'm working on that right now, and go for it. Okay, I'll give him a ring. Thank you so much. Bye now. I love when people are so kind. I appreciate that a lot. No, this isn't Tom, but let me give you his cell phone number. Sounds great. Thank you. And next week, I'll be making these cold calls from France, the south of France. I'm going to be away for a couple weeks.
2777.
So we'll see what my background looks like. If I can find a nice little quiet place to make some calls. All right, 8 more minutes to the top of the hour. I am 90 dials in.
Oh, please leave a message after the tone.
90 dials in. I've left 42 messages. It's cutest dog in the world. It's like when you're having a bad day, when you have a dog like that, yes, you're the best dog ever. You're a good girl, Zoe. Makes life easy.
I'll call you back. Thanks.
Tons of voicemails today. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 people who have said they're interested in selling and have given me a price in which they would consider it. Actually, sorry, 3 people told me they price they would consider it,
Been forwarded to an automated.
and 1 is looking for an offer. See if we can get one more person. And I want one, I like one good lead a day. That's all I care about. And obviously I'll make some calls a little bit later, but. And again, if you have any questions, make sure you put it in the chat. Are we gonna hit 100? We're at 91 dials. We got 6 minutes to go to the top of the hour. I think we can do it. Up 92, 93 dials. We'll see if we can hit 100.
On the side, speaking, how can I help you?
Sorry, it looks like I have the wrong number. I was looking for Ryan, please. Mr. Ryan.
No, not sure.
Okay, thank you. Hey, John.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, John.
Wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Have a great day. By the way, who here, if you got a great lead, I want to start doing this where, like, if you guys have a fantastic lead that you got today and you did not set an appointment, or if you got a great lead and you did set an appointment, I want to make sure you we shout you out, as well as I want to make sure that we want to know why you didn't set the appointment. If you got a great lead and they're looking to sell and you didn't set an appointment, I want to know why. I'm at 95 dials. So you can raise your little virtual hand if you got a lead but you didn't set an appointment, or if you got a lead and set an appointment, you can raise your hand. Or if you got a great lead and that was it. You got a great lead in the commercial world. Oh, we're at 95 dials, people. Yeah, I was looking for Rich, please.
Pardon me, that came through kind of muffled. Could you say it again, please?
I was looking for Richard, please.
Oh, he's not in at the moment. Can I take a message?
I have his cell. I'll give him a ring. No worries. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye now. Did anybody generate any leads today? Any leads at all?
Yeah, yep. I had some that I can actually kind of go over.
Sweet.
And let me pull up my notes really fast.
Do you think? We can continue that on the training a little bit as well. All right, we're at 97 dials. I don't know if we're going to hit it. 97 with 3 minutes to go.
So I called this guy who owns 11 two-family homes.
Okay.
And he's retired, and there was like no real motivation to sell. So like I wrote down what you said about, well, if you did sell, where would you go to next? So I'm gonna start keeping like a little notepad next to me about like just little.
And obviously,
gems
remember,
that
when
I
they
can-
own investment properties, you're not going to say, where would you go to next?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. But I definitely like want to start keeping something handy until it just becomes second nature. But yeah, I didn't really know where to go with it, because I'm like, all right, you got 11 homes, you have no real motivation, you don't even know how much you want for these houses. He even like didn't know some of the addresses. So I was like, hey, just give me one. So I kind of left it at that. I was like, hey, just give me one address that you could think of off the top of your head that you might consider selling. He gave me that address. I didn't go for the appointment just because of the fact that I felt like, does he really want to sell these? You know what I mean? So I don't know. What's your take What are your thoughts?
And
on
I don't
how
want to cut
should
you
handle
off, but like I know that the trainings are going to end shortly, so we can talk more about that in the training session. But
Okay,
essentially, one thing I just want to have you keep in mind is make sure you're clear with both, on both you and their next steps, right? So if hypothetically you're speaking to somebody, they have 11 families and they're like, well, I don't really want to sell it. And then they're like, okay, well, make me an offer. Okay, well, making an offer will then be the next step, right? So obviously you need some addresses. I'm glad you got an address so you can make an offer, but it's about like, okay, well, just going down the road of the next steps here, right? If next step is like hypothetically, they're going to get you all the financials for all of those properties so you can make an offer for the entire portfolio. Great. Well, then he has the next step.
Mhm.
So you just you need to know, like, because we do this a lot in the commercial world. You need to know who's got the next step and make sure that it's happening, right? So, and you're following that along.
That's good. Nah, thanks.
All right, that's it for the calling session. We got 4 technically leads today. 3 people gave me some information. I got to run some numbers and see if we can get them some contracts. Because again, I like to make an offer 100% of the time. So I'll see you guys in the training. Take care.
If you're still watching this video, that means to me that you're a committed real estate agent and you're looking to take your life and business to the next level. I'm just curious, why have you yet to schedule your free, no obligation coaching consultation? All you have to do is simply go in the description down below, and people are telling me this call has been the most unbelievable, the most powerful call they've had in their entire career. And here's just a few of the individuals who have taken full advantage of this call. And my mission is to support as many realtors as possible, build a 6- and 7-figure net income business so that they don't have to rely on this industry anymore for their everyday income. If you're a committed realtor, which I can seem like you are, all you have to simply do to take full advantage of this free coaching consultation is to go in the description down below and schedule your free call now.